Here, welcome to class today, and here is our design. So on the screen are the materials needed. So to start this design, you pick up your fabric. Here I'm using a velvet material, so you pick it up and cut out 20 by 20 inches, the width 20, the length also 20 inches. Then you fold it into two towards the stretchy side. The stretchy side, you fold it into two from up to down, just like this from up to down. That closed part is the stretchy side. So that's the stretchy side. So after that, you flip it over to the other side as well. So after folding it over, this is what we will have. That means we have folded it in 4 places. So here we have the 4 places. You folded it into 4 places. Then you pick up your tape rule. Pick up your measuring tape. Then place it at that point, the closed point. The closed point, then you measure out edge circumference divided by 2, and here the edge circumference is 20, so 20 divided by 2 is 10. So you measure out the 10 all round. You make sure your tape is at the edge. Make sure the tape is, you still maintain the tape at the edge as you rotate to measure the 10 inches. Assuming you are making this for an adult, that means you'll be cutting out your fabric to be 23 by 23 inches. This one is for a child with edge circumference of 20. That is why we have 20 by 20 inches. And when we fold it, we have I'm marking out 10 inches. If it's an adult, when you fold it, you'll be marking out the edge circumference divided by 2. Then after marking out these 10 inches, you cut it out. So once you cut this out, you'll be having something like an half circle. Then you turn it over to the right side. You flip it over to the right side, just like this. Then you pick up the edge, like the two mouths. You make sure the two mouths meet together. Then you pick up the edge and make a running stitch from the beginning to the end. You make a running stitch all through to the end of that opened part. You make sure the two mouths are joined together. You are joining the two mouths together. So after doing your running stitch, this is what you will have. Then you pick up to join the two mouths together. You pick the edge and tack it so that the two mouths will join together, just like this. You do this like 2 to 3 times to join the two mouths together to have a cap shape. So after that, this is what we have. We'll try to secure it well. And here is the final look of the base. This is how the base will look like. No use of sewing machine at all. This is how the base will look like. Then we move to the donut design, the design on top. We move to it. So you cut out a stripe here. I cut out the width 3 inches. The width here is 3 inches, but the length depends on how big you want the donut to be. Even if you have pieces, if you finish one, you can still pick another one and continue. Then to start, to get a pieces, another pieces, any pieces, here I even use Ankara, so you roll it to form the donut. This will be the base for our donut design. So you roll it in like this. Just watch what I'm doing, just like this. You make sure the center is wide, but not very wide. We'll be wrapping, as you're wrapping it, the center will be closing up. So you make sure it's wide, but still not very wide. And this is what I have after wrapping it around. Then you pick your fabric, your main fabric, you pick it and fix it in and wrap it just the way you did for this Ankara. You wrap it as well. The reason for this Ankara base is so as to make it not to waste your fabric. The Ankara would have taken some space so that the fabric will not waste. You see now that after I finish the first round, I feel that the size is not big enough, so I have to pick another piece of material and continue. You can continue with your material till you get your desired shape or your desired size. So when you continue to wrap, so when you get to the end, you make sure that the material stops at the back, whichever side you want to use as the back. That is where the material, that is where it will stop. So you tack it down. So here is the final look after tacking it down. Then you pick your base and place it at the center of the cap. You place it at the center and tack it down all round. Make sure that the tacking is you make your tacking at the edges. You make sure that you tack the edges so that it will be very firm and not be moving around. You tack it down very well. You secure it down very well. And here is the final look of our cap. So thank you for watching.